Hello students, today I am here to do the Department of Education Southern Province Year-End Evaluation 2018. So this is paper 1, you get 2 hours. So 25 questions are short questions, 1 question worth 2 marks, and here 5 questions, 1 question worth 10 marks. So when you consider the time, you can spend 1 hour for 25 questions and 1 hour for these 5 questions. So 1 question in part B worth 10 marks. So you can spend 12 minutes for that. And also in paper 1, spaces are provided. So you have to answer within the space provided. So this is part A. So try 1 to 6, and after you do that, you can watch my video and check your answers. Question number 1. The assessed annual value of certain 48,000 rupees if the relevant urban council charges 4% of the value of the house as rates. How much has to be paid as rates for a year? So this is 4% of the value. So what's the value for rates? 4%. 4% means 4 over 100 into 48,000. So this is in rupees. So what's the value? 2 zeros get cancelled out, multiplied by 4. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 8, 32. 3 remaining, 4 times 4, 16 plus 3, 19. 1,920 rupees. So how you get marks? 1 mark for the method and 1 mark for the answer. Question number 2, express in index form. So we know 10 squared is equal to 100, 10 times 10. How you write this in log notation? This base goes here and the power goes there, the index and the number here. So use this one and write down. So that means 10 squared is 100. So in this log notation, base is 2. So how can you write in index notation? 2 to the power 6. 2 to the power 6 is 64. This is in index notation. Or you can write here, you can check 2 times 2 times 2, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 64. 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16, 16 times 2, 32, 32 times 2, 64. So how you get marks there? 1 mark for this answer, but you don't need to show the workings, you get another mark, 2 marks at once. Question number 3, it takes 4 men 12 days to complete a certain task. So men and days. 4 men, 12 days to complete a task. How many number of days are required to complete 1/3 of the same task by 2 men? So what is man days? First you calculate man days. Man days, 4 times 12. So 4 times 12, 48. So this is the completed work. So 1/3 of that, 1/3 of 48. 3 times 1, 3. For 18, that's 6. So that means we need 16 man days work. So there are 2 men. How you get 16 from 2? You divide by 2. So you need 8 days for that. So again, altogether 48 man days. But 1/3 of that, 1/3 of that means 16 man days required. But For 2 men, how many days? 2 times 8, you get 16. So 1 mark for finding this one and 1 mark for the answer. Question number 4. Water flows through a pipe at a uniform speed of 360 liters per minute. 1 minute, 360 liters. What is the speed of flow of water in liters per second? So how many seconds are there for 1 minute? 60 seconds. So 60 seconds is the same thing. Now you want if it's 1 second. So what you have to do? 360 divided by 60. 0 get cancelled out. 36 divided by 6. That's 6 liters. So what's the speed of flow of water in liters per second? So liters per second, how you write? S to the power minus 1. So 6 liters per second. You get 2 marks, 1 mark for this and 1 mark dividing by this 60. So 2 marks altogether. Question number 5. Fraction addition, algebraic fractions. So what is the lowest common multiple of 2x and 3x? 2 and 3, that's 6. So 6x is the lowest common multiple. Convert to 6x. You need to multiply this by 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3x to 6x multiply by 2. 2 times 1, 2. So 3 plus 2, 5. 5 over 6x. So 2 marks. 1 mark, 1 mark here. Question number 6. Find the magnitude of ABC, this angle, using the information given in the figure. Look at carefully. To this triangle, this is the exterior angle. So what's the rule? Exterior angle is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles. So you can write ABC angle plus 80 equals 130. So what's ABC? 130 minus 80. So you get 50 degrees as ABC angle. So you can write the reason, but for the exam, you don't need to write down everything because you are getting marks for this method and the answer, 2 marks. But it's good to know the theory. So you can write exterior angle is sum of opposite interior angles. So 1 mark for the answer and 1 mark for the theory. Now you can try 7 to 13. Question number 7. Find the lowest common multiple of the algebraic expression 4xy and 6x squared y. So we can write separately 4xy. What are the factors? Prime factors you can write 2 times 2 or 2 to the power 2. X and y. 6x squared y. 6 you can write 2 times 3. And x squared and y. So you take the highest power of each distinct terms. So when you take 2, power 2 is the highest. So you take power 2. 3 just once. X squared is the highest. And y only power 1. So that's the lowest common multiple. So 2 squared is 4, 4 times 3, 12, x squared, y is the lowest common multiple. So you get 1 mark and 1 mark there. Question number 8. If tan x equals 0.75, find the length of AB. Now to the angle x, this is opposite and this is the adjacent. So what's the appropriate ratio for that? You can say tan. Can you remember SOHCAHTOA? SOHCAHTOA. These are the ratios. Sine ratio is opposite over hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse and tan is opposite over adjacent. So you have to use opposite over adjacent. What's the opposite to x angle? That's AB. What's adjacent? That's 4. So you can write this one is equal to, given that this is 0.75. So when you cross multiply, you can find AB. So what's AB? 4 times 0.75. 4 times 5, 20. 2 remaining. 4 times 7, 28 plus 2, 30. And you have to keep 2 places. And you get the answer 3. So 3 centimeters is the AB value. So 1 mark for this and the method 1 mark. Question number 9. Write the 8th term of the geometric progression 2, 6, 18, 54. Write the answer in index form. So what's the formula? Nth term. Tn equals a n to the ar to the power n minus 1. R is the common ratio and a is the first term. N is the term number. A is 2. What's R? R you can find any term divided by the previous. So 6 over 2. That's 3. Now substitute to the formula. Now if you want 8th term, n is 8. You can write down T8 equals first term 2, R 3, n is 8. 8 minus 1. So you can write 2 into 3 to the power 7. So they are asking to write in index form. So you can keep the answer like this. So 1 mark here and finding all these 1 mark. Question number 10. Write the given expression as a product of its factors. So this is a quadratic expression. How you factorize? This is 1. So 1 times minus 36 minus 36. So factors of minus 36, when you add the factors, you need to get minus 5. So how you get minus 5? 1 with 36? No. 2 with 18? You are not getting. 3 with 12? Still you are not getting. 4 with 9? Now we can see 4 and 9, difference is 5. So how you get minus 5? So to get minus 36, 1 should be negative. Which one? The bigger one. Minus 9 and plus 4. Because how you get minus 5 from this? Minus 9 plus 4, you get minus 5. So this is the appropriate factors. So you can split the middle term to minus 9x and plus 4x. And take 2 at a time and factorize. Take x out, x minus 9. Here you can take 4 out. Plus 4, x minus 9. Now you get x minus 9 is a common factor. And the remaining factor, x plus 4, you write inside the other bracket. If you are using straightforward method, you can write what are the factors of x squared? X and x. And factors of this is -9 and 4. Then you can write the factors this way straight away. X plus 4 and x minus 9. So you get 1 mark for finding here this one and this correctly. 2 marks there. Question number 11. Shade the region related to B union A. B union A. So we'll first label this region is A. B, C like that. So what is B? B region is C. Element C. Then A. What's the region A? A means this one, the whole thing, B and C. So B union A. That means everything in B and everything in A. So C already we written, so CB. So that's B union A. Where's C and B? This region. So you have to shade this region and this region. So this is B union A. So you can get 2 marks for shading it correctly. Question number 12. The base radius of a right cylinder is 7 centimeters and its curved surface area is 220 square centimeters. Take pi as 22/7 and find the height of the cylinder. So what's the curved surface area of a cylinder? Cylinder is this shape and the radius is r and height. Its height is h. So curved surface means this way, not the 2 circles. 2 pi rh. So 2 pi rh is the curved surface area. Curved area. So you can substitute 220 given for that. 2 times pi is 22/7. Radius is 7 centimeters. And you need to find h. Now simplify. 7 get cancelled out. So what is h? H becomes 220 divide by 2 and divide by 22. So 22 times here 10. 10 divided by 2, 5 centimeters. So the height of this cylinder is 5 centimeters. You get 1 mark for this and applying the formula 1 mark. Question number 13. In ABC triangle, AC is equal to BC. It's given and ACB angle is 30. Find the magnitude of ABC. This angle. Now this is an isosceles triangle. If this is x, this is also x because these two lengths are equal and corresponding angles are equal in an isosceles triangle. Now you can straight away find out x. X plus x, that means 2x plus 30 is 180. Angle sum of a triangle. So 2x plus 30 is 180. Take 30 to the other side. 2x becomes 180 minus 30. 150. Divide by 2. You get x. So x becomes 2 times 7 and here 70 divided by 2. 2 times 7, 14 and 2 times 5. So 75 is x. So what is x there? A, B, C angle. So that's 75 degrees. So you get 1 mark to identify this is an isosceles triangle and 1 mark to get the answer. Now you can do question number 14 to 19. So when you are doing questions, how many minutes you can spend for each question? Only 2 minutes and 24 seconds. So make sure within 2 minutes you finish one question in part A. The following are some events related to sample space of an experiment of rolling an unbiased die with its faces marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So several events are given. So select and write all the simple events. What are simple means? Only one element is there. So it's really easy to select one element here. This is 1 and this is 3. So here 6 is another simple event. So 1 and 6. Simple events. So 1 mark for this and 1 mark for this. Question number 15. AD is a telephone reception tower. This one. When a worker climbs up the tower for maintenance at point B, an observer at E sees the maintenance worker on the tower at point B in an angle of elevation of 40. So what it means? So when you take this one, angle of elevation, that means this angle is 40 degrees. When the maintenance worker climbs further up to point C, he sees the observer in an angle of depression of 60 degrees. Mark the given data on the diagram. So what is depression means? Angle of depression? When you take this angle always from horizontal line. With horizontal line, angle of depression we measure. So I'll put dotted lines here. If it's from here, so angle of depression, this angle is given 60 degrees. So that's angle of depression from horizontal line downwards, angle of elevation from horizontal line upwards. So remember those two words, angle of elevation so when you look at up, this angle is angle of elevation. Angle of depression when you look down. You get from the horizontal line this way. So that's called angle of depression. Always we measure the angles from the horizontal line. So you get 2 marks, 1 for this angle of elevation, 1 for angle of depression. Question number 16. In ABCD parallelogram, DC equals 10. So this is 10 centimeters. AX is 8 centimeters. And AX is perpendicular to DC. Find the area of ABD triangle. ABD. So this is the half of this parallelogram. So this is the diagonal. So exactly divides into 2 parts. So what can you say about the area of parallelogram and area of ABD triangle? That's exactly half. So ABD triangle area is half of ABCD parallelogram area. because this half and this half equal, because this BD is a diagonal. But we know how to find out the area of a parallelogram. Base into perpendicular height. 10 into 8. So what's the area of ABD triangle? 2 times 5, 5 times 8, 40 square centimeters. So you get 2 marks for that, 1 mark for the answer and 1 mark just to divide the area of parallelogram, divide by 2. Question number 17, solve. 2 products is equal to 0. So what's the rule? If 2 products A and B is equal to 0, how you get 0 there? It should be either A 0 or B equals to 0. So you can use that theory. So product is 0. So that means 2x minus 1 should be 0 or x plus 3 equals 0. So what's the solution? Take 1 to the other side. 2x equals 1, x equals 1 over 2. Then when you take plus 3 to the next side, x becomes minus 3. So 2 solutions, half and minus 3. So you get 2 marks there, 1 mark here and 1 mark for this solution. Question number 18. If A, B and C are 3 points on a same straight line, find the gradient of the straight line. So how you find out the gradient? You can find out using 2 points. So here, what is this point? When you take B point, you can write this is x equals 2 and y equals 3. Now you can use the formula. What's the formula for slope? If it's m is the slope, y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Or you can use other way around, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here, what are the 2 points you can take? x1, y1, x2, y2. So use the formula m equals y coordinates. So I can write 3 minus 0 over 2 minus 3. Now simplify. 3, 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So what's the gradient? You get minus 3. So minus slope. This way, when it's left to right, going downwards, you get a negative slope or gradient. So negative 3. So you get 1 mark here, 1 mark there. Question number 19. AB is the diameter of the circle. If CAB is 30 degrees, find the magnitude of ADC, this angle. How can we find out? We know that if this is 90, this is 30, what is this angle? B angle. Angle sum is 180. So 30 plus B angle plus 90 is equal to 180. And then when you subtract 180 minus 90 plus 30, 120. You get 60 degrees for this angle. Then what is ABCD? All points on a circle. Cyclic quadrilateral. So ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. And we know that in a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles add up to 180. So what's ADC angle? ADC angle is 180 minus 60. So if this is 60, what is this angle? 120 degrees. So ADC is 120. 1 mark here, 1 mark identifying this is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now you can try question number 20 to 25. Now we'll do question number 20. Write all possible integers which satisfy the inequality 3x minus 2 is less than or equal to 4. Take minus 2 to the other side. You get 4 plus 2. So 3x less than or equal to 6. Now divide both sides by 3. This becomes x less than or equal to 2. So integers, whole numbers only. So this means x less than or equal to 2. Any integer either equal to 2 or less than that. So here all possibilities are there. So 2, 1, 0. But if it's integers, you can write negative numbers as well. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 like that. But if it's positive integers, we can write only these 3. So I think in this question, they are expecting positive integers. So I'm only writing positive, and here up to 0. 0 is not a positive integer, but we can consider as integer. Positive integers and 0. All the others are these two positive integers. This is 0 is not positive integer. So write all possible integers which satisfy the inequality. If it's all possible, you have to write all negative numbers. But I'm writing only these 3. You get marks there. So you get marks for getting this inequality 1 and writing down the set 1. Question number 21. In ABC triangle, D and E are midpoints of AB. So that means this is equal to this. And AC. This is equal to this one. For each statement given below, if it's correct, mark correct sign, and it is wrong, incorrect, mark cross sign in the box in front of it. 2DE, twice of DE is equal to BC. Is it correct? Yes, that's correct. According to midpoint theorem, this is a midpoint and this is a midpoint. So if it's connecting midpoints, this BC length is twice as the other length. So that's correct. ADE, this angle is AED. Nothing about that. So that's not equal because these lines are different. Lengths are different, not an isosceles triangle. So that's wrong. DE is parallel to BC. Yes, according to the midpoint theorem. If you are connecting two midpoints, so these two lines are parallel. So that's correct. So you get 1 mark from this and 1 mark for this. Question number 22. In ABC triangle, 90 degrees is B. It's given. So this is B angle is 90. BC equals 3 centimeters. And AC is root 34. Find the length of AB. So right angle triangle, you can use Pythagoras theorem. So what's the hypotenuse? AC is the hypotenuse. So I'll AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared. Pythagoras theorem. So AC squared root 34 squared. AB squared we need to find out. BC squared is 3 squared. Now what is AB squared? You can take this term to this side. So 34 root squared minus 3 squared. So what is root 34 squared? Root get cancelled out. So you get 34. 3 squared is 9. So you get 5 and 2. So 25 is AB squared. That one you can write 5 squared. Both powers are the same. So you can write AB equals 5 centimeters. So you get 1 mark for the answer and 1 mark applying Pythagoras theorem. Question number 23. A frequency distribution prepared using the marks obtained by the students of a class in a mathematics test is given below. Using the information in the frequency distribution, complete the given incomplete frequency polygon with mid values. So you have to connect the mid values and the frequencies. So here all the widths are the same. This is 10, 10, 10, 10. So you don't need to worry about this frequency. You get the same value. So already marked 3, 5, and now we have to 10 also marked already. We have to mark this one 35, 6. So 35, 6 is here. So here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now how can we connect? Not just here to here. So you have to connect the previous one is midpoint of this. This is the point and after this interval. So this is the other point, possible points. Now you can connect with the ruler. So you connect this one, this point and here. And you have to complete the polygon as well. So just to mark the point, 1 mark here and connecting all lines, you get another 1 mark. So you need to remember you have to find the previous interval value and the next interval value here and connect it. So you get 2 marks there. Question number 24. AB is a tangent to the given circle. AD is parallel to BC. Find the magnitude of ACD. This angle you need. What can you say about this angle and this angle? Look at carefully. The angle between the tangent and the chord is equal to the opposite interior angle. So this is equal to 100. So that's the circle theorem that you need to know here. So alternate segment theorem. So you can write ADC angle is 100 because of alternate segment theorem. The angle between the tangent and the chord is equal to the angle in the opposite segment, interior angle in the other segment, alternate segment. So this is 100. Then we know this 50 is equal to this 50. Alternate angles are equal because the two lines are parallel. Now you can find out ACD angle. So what's ACD? 180 is the sum of angles in a triangle minus 150. So what's the angle? You get 30 degrees for ACD. So this is 50 because of alternate angles and then sum of angles in a triangle. So 1 mark here, 1 mark there. So altogether 2 marks. Question number 25. Chintaka select A and B points on the straight line XY to find the locus of a point moving 3 cm away from the top part of the XY line. Draw a sketch of construction lines that necessary to find the point C 3 cm away from the point A. So in loci, you need to know 4 loci points. Equidistance from a point is a circle. Then equidistance to 2 lines, it's a angle bisector. And equidistance to 2 points, that's a perpendicular bisector. And equidistance to a line is 2 parallel lines above and below. This one is this one. You are using that, but only they are asking draw in the top part. No need to draw 2 lines. So what you can do, you can measure 3 cm length and here and mark 2 arcs and you can draw the parallel line from here. So you need to take the compass and mark it from here. You can mark an arc here. You can mark an arc here like this and connect it. That's 3 centimeters away. So this distance is 3 centimeters away. So you can get any point above that is C. But it says 3 centimeters away from the point A. Straight away up. So here what you can do, you can draw a perpendicular line to this one, to A and C, exactly where the C point is. Here 3 centimeters away from A. That's this point. So C should be here, not any point there. So C can be any point on this line, but 3 centimeters away from A is this position. So you can mark C there. So you get 1 mark for drawing the parallel line. So this line is parallel to this one. And you get 1 mark here, marking the perpendicular line and mark the C point. So this is the last question in part A, paper 1. Now we'll look at paper 1, part B. You get 5 questions. Now you can do part B. So part B you get 5 questions and 1 and 2 here. So how many minutes you can spend? You can spend in this paper 12 minutes. So this is question number 1. How many minutes you can spend? 12 minutes. So try question number 1. The following table shows the information on the 24-day remedial program for 80 students in grade 11. Number of days, number of students, frequency given, cumulative frequency. Complete the cumulative frequency column of the table. So how you find out the cumulative frequency? You are adding frequencies downwards. Here 4. 4 plus 8, 12. 12 plus 12, 24. 24 plus 36, 60. 60 plus 20, 80. So you get 2 marks for this. 1 for 24 and 1 for 60. That's first part. Use the table to draw the cumulative frequency curve on the given coordinate plane. Now you have to draw the cumulative frequency curve. So we'll do that. Have you marked the cumulative frequencies? So we take the upper boundary with the cumulative frequency. 5 with 4. So here class interval and cumulative frequency. 5 with 4. 4 means here 5 squares 10. So 1 square means 2. So you need 2 squares. 5 with 2 squares, that's 4. 10 with 12. 10 with 12. And 15 with 24. 15 with 24. 20 with 60. 20 with 60. And 25 with 80. Now you can connect smoothly. So you can connect smoothly like this, and you can connect the lowest value boundary 1, 1, 0. So you can connect there also. So connecting all these, you get 3 marks for this graph. 1 mark to mark the points, 1 mark to connect smoothly, and 1 mark to connect to the lowest value. So 3 marks for this graph. And find the number of median days that a student participated in the remedial program. So how you find out the median? Altogether 80. 80 divided by 2. 80 divided by 2 is 40. That means 40th. And you get 2 middle values. 40th one and 41. But we take, this is a rough sketch. You are not getting exact solutions from a graph. So you can take 40. 80 divided by 2 and you refer the 40th value from the graph. That's enough. So we can use the graph to find out where is the 40th value, here and down. So what's the value? So here 0 to 5. 5 squares 5 means 1 square 1. So what's this value? 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is the value. So you can write 40th value. So that's median equals 18. So you get 2 marks for that. Finding from the graph and referring 40th value. So 2 marks. Now we'll look at the next question. How many days should be selected to find out 25% of the highest attendance of the student for the remedial program? So above this value, highest attendance, so more than 25%. So how you refer the value? This is basically third quartile. So when you take the data set and when you divide into 4 equal parts, we say this is Q1 first quartile, 2 second, that's the median, and third quartile. So highest 25% is here. So that means you have to find out the third quartile, 3/4 of that. So not 1/4. So you can do 80 is the value total into 3/4 of that. 60th one you have to refer. 60th value, so Q3. So refer the table, the graph with 60th value. So you draw a broken line here and here. So 20 is the value. So 20 is the value. So what's the highest attendance? 20 days. This is about number of days. So 20 days. So you get 1 mark here and 1 mark, and we'll do the next part as well. Is the participation of the students for the remedial program is successful? Give reasons. We can say the attendance increased. So basically after 15 days, it's increasing rapidly. Its peak is high. So you can say after, so first you have to write down whether it's successful. Yes, it is successful. After 15 days, the attendance increased rapidly. So you get 1 mark for writing that out, 1 mark here and 2 marks there. So altogether 10 marks. So 3 here and previous page 7. So you altogether 10 marks for the whole question. Now you can try question number 2. We'll do it separately. Tamara buys discarded clothes 100 rupees per kilo from a garment factory. 2/5 of the above mentioned clothes were used to sew baby clothes and 1/3 of the remaining was used to sew pillowcases. After taking for the baby clothes, what is the fraction of the remaining as a fraction of the whole clothes? So first part, after taking for the baby clothes, what is the fraction of the remaining as a fraction of the whole? So what's the remaining part? Remaining part is, altogether we can say 1 minus used 2/5 of that. So 1 I can write 5/5 minus 2/5. Same denominator, I can subtract 5 minus 2, 3. So 3/5 is the answer. That's the remaining part. 1 mark for that. Second one, what is the fraction used to sew pillowcases according to the total clothes? Used to sew pillowcases. So pillowcases, it says, read this one. 1/3 of the remaining was used to sew pillowcases. 1/3 of that. So for pillowcases, used 1/3 of remaining part, 3/5. So that means multiplication. 3 get cancelled out, 1/5 of that. So you get 2 marks for this. 1. So altogether 3 marks now. Now we'll look at the third part. Part 3. After sewing baby clothes and pillowcases, the rest is used to sew rugs. What is the fraction used to sew rugs from the entire amount of clothes? So here baby clothes. We'll see what's the fraction for baby clothes. That's 2/5. And for pillowcases, 1/5. So sewing baby clothes and pillowcases, so you can add 1/5 and 2/5. You get 3/5. So we need to find out the rest. So the remaining part again, remaining part is 1 minus 3/5. So you can write this one as 5/5 minus 3/5. So you get 2/5. So that's the remaining part for rugs. So this is for rugs. Then if the clothes used to sew rugs were 20 kilos. So 2/5 is 20 kilos. 2/5 is 20 kilos. What is the total amount of clothes in kilograms? So if we take 5 equal parts, 2/5, 2 parts out of 5 is 20 kilos. So what is 1 part? 1 part represent 10 kilos, 20 divided by 2. Then what about the entire thing? 5 parts are there. So you can write total amount of clothes. Total amount is 10 into 5. That's 50 kilos. So you get marks here. This is 2 marks. And here you can get 2 marks for that. And there's another part. So we'll see the other part. Tamara had earned 16,250 rupees by selling baby clothes, rugs and pillowcases, and she had to spend 5,000 for sewing. What is the profit that Tamara has got? So first you have to find out the amount she spent. So amount she spent. So in the first part it says Tamara buys discarded clothes 100 rupees per kilo. So she bought 50 kilos of that. So what's the amount for that? 100 into 50. So that's 5,000 rupees. And also she spent 5,000 for sewing. So another 5,000. So what's the total amount she spent? 10,000 rupees. Now you can find out the profit. So what's the profit she earned? Profit is the selling price, 16,250, and you need to subtract 10,000 rupees from that. So the remaining part is the profit. So you get 6,250 is the profit for this. So how many marks we can give? So already we have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 marks more. So 3 marks for this question. So finding answer 1 mark, subtracting these two 1 mark, and finding the amount she spent 1 mark. So altogether 3 marks for this part. Now you can try question number 3, 4, 5. So each question 12 minutes you can spend. So we'll see each part separately. This is question number 3. So you can try now. After you do, watch my video and find out the answer. Question number 3. Mr. Ranil, an investor of the share market, has invested 100,000 rupees and purchased 2,000 shares. He has received 16,000 rupees as an annual dividend income. What is the market price of a share bought by Mr. Ranil? So 2,000 shares and invested 100,000. So what's the market price? Market price is 100,000 rupees. You can divide by 2,000. So 3 zeros get cancelled out. 100 divided by 2. That's for 50 rupees. So that's the market price of a share. Find the annual dividend per share paid by the company. So 16,000 for the whole thing, annual dividend. So you have to divide by number of shares. So we can write dividend per share is equal to 16,000 rupees divided by 2,000 shares are there. So 3 zeros get cancelled out. That's 8 rupees per share. So you get 2 marks for this question and 2 marks for this. So altogether 4 for first 2 parts. Now we'll look at the next one. Part 3. Mr. Ranil had sold his shares 60 rupees per each after receiving the dividend for a year. What is the amount of the capital he gained? So each share 60 rupees after receiving the dividend for a year. So what is the amount of capital he gained? So he spent 50 rupees per share. So what's the difference? So profit is 60 minus 50 for a share. And how many shares are there? 2,000. So what is the amount of the capital he gained? First you have to find out from shares what's the amount he got. Amount from selling. So 60 minus 50 is the profit from each, because 50 he spent and 60, this is the selling price and this is the buying price. So difference into 2,000, because 2,000 shares are there. So you get 10 into 2,000. 20,000 rupees. And from dividends, this is after 1 year. So total dividend, you get from the previous part. It says total dividend 16,000 he got. So that's 16,000 rupees. So what's the total? You have to add both these. So the total amount $16,000 plus 20,000 rupees, altogether 36,000 rupees. So you get We'll see how many marks you will get after doing all parts. Fourth one, if the government has charged 2% as tax from his capital, what is the net profit of Mr. Ranil? So government has charged 2%. So what's the amount he had to spend? So 2% added to that. So we'll see the tax is 2%. So you can either do finding the tax value and add to the amount, or straight away you can find out. So the tax is 2% of the amount of capital, 36,000. So 2 zeros and you get 0. 2 times 6, 12. 1 remaining. 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So 720 rupees is the tax. So what is the amount after tax? Amount after tax. 36,000. So you have to give the tax. So this is the amount you gain. So you have to subtract the tax amount. So 36,000 minus 720. So that's the capital gained by Mr. Ranil after giving all taxes. So what's the amount? 0, 8, 10, 1 remaining here, 8 and 2, 10 and 5, 3. So that's 35,280 rupees. Or how you do straight away without finding separately the tax, you can find out 98%. After giving tax, you can find out 98% of 36,000. You get the same answer. So you can try that also. You are getting the same answer. So 36 into 98. 98 into 36 and put a 0. 30 and 6, 24 and 27 plus 2, 29. 6 times 8, 48. 4, 6 times 9, 54 plus 4, 58. Add it together. That's the value you are getting. 8, 12, 15, 3. So, and put a 0. So, you get the same answer, 35,280 rupees. So, how you get marks? So, we give for this altogether 4 parts, 2, 2, 4, and this one you can get 3 marks, because here you need to add and find the total also. So 3. So 4 plus 3, 7, and 3 marks for this. So 3 marks you can find out the tax, and by subtracting this value, and for the final answer 3 marks. So altogether 3, 3, 6 and 4, 10 marks for that question. We'll do question number 4. Grade 12 students were informed by their teacher to submit the project report within the next 5 days. Submission of project reports within any day of the week is an equally likely event. A and B groups submit their project reports within any of the 5 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Mark the sample space for the submission of A and B groups project report by denoting X. So here this is team A and this is team B. So we can mark the outcomes. So if team A submit on Monday, team B also can submit on Monday. If Team A Monday, Team B can submit on Tuesday. So what about this one? Team A on Monday and Team B on Wednesday. So this is also another possibility. This is also another possibility. So likewise, you can take all possibilities for this. So what this outcome means? Team A Tuesday and Team B Friday. So you can take all these outcomes. So altogether how many? 5 times 5. 25 outcomes are there. If you take any random point, this one means Team A submit on Friday and Team B submit on Tuesday. So this is the diagram, sample space diagram. So you get 1 mark for identifying the points. Part 2, mark the event of the submission of project report by both groups within the same day. Find its probability. So same day means Team A also Monday, Team B also Monday. So this possibility. I'll take another color. So this possibility. Tuesday, Tuesday, this one. Wednesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Thursday, and Friday, Friday. So when you take that event, we'll take this one. So here, this is the outcome we want. This is the section that we want, both on the same day. So we'll take that one as Y or something. This is Y. So what's the probability? Probability of getting Y event. You can say out of 25, how many there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 events. So 5 over 25, you can simplify and write 1 over 5. Divide by 5. So that's the probability of submission of the report by both groups within the same day. So you get 2 marks there. 1 mark for calculating the probability and 1 mark for identifying the elements, outcomes. Now we'll look at the next one. Part 3. Complete the following tree diagram assuming that Y and N represent the submission of the project report on Monday. That means yes and no. Not submission means no of the project report respectively. So how you complete it? It says yes is 1/5 and this one becomes, what's the other possibilities? So 1 day is Monday. So other 4 days are there. 4 days out of 5. That's no. So this is also same thing. 5 over 4 and yes means only Monday. 1 over 5. And this is no means 4 days you get 5 over 4 over 5. So that's the tree diagram. So you get 2 marks to complete the tree diagram. So 2 marks for that. Now we'll look at the next one. Find the probability of submission of project report on Monday by the both groups. Monday, Monday. So that means yes and yes. So what's the probability? So you have to select this branch. So probability years as well as years. So 1/5 into 1/5. You get 1 over 25. So you get 2 marks for that. Now we look at the last part. Find the probability of submission of project report on Monday at least by a group. So that means yes, only once. Yes, yes also possible. Yes, no. No, yes, but you can't accept this branch. No, no means not submitting on Monday. So at least, you need to know what is at least means, either one Monday or more than one Monday. So you can take all the other probabilities using 1 minus probability of getting no and no. So 1 minus 4 over 5 into 4 over 5, that's 1 minus 16 over 25. You can write 1 as 25 over 25. So what's the answer? 25 minus 16, you get 9. So probability is 9 over 25. So how many marks now? Now we gave 2, 3. 3 marks here. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 marks for this. So 1 mark to identify this. 1 mark for calculation, and the answer 1 mark. So you can get 10 marks for that question. Now we'll look at the last question in paper 1. So 5th question, you can try. So you get 4 parts. So we'll do the first part. ABCD is the outer boundary of the trapezium shaped theatre. AB is 14. So AB is 14 meters and CD 19 meters. APB is a semicircular shaped stage. APB. Find the area of APB semicircular stage. So how do you find out the area of a semicircle? Half the area of a circle. So you can find out the area is equal to half times pi r squared. So what's the radius there? Radius is 7. Diameter is 14. Radius is 7. So pi, you can take 22 over 7. 7 into 7. So 1, 7 get cancelled out, and 2 with this 11. 11 times 7, 77 square meters is the area of the semicircular stage. So we'll take the next part. If the area of ABCD part, the total area, 6 times larger than the area of the semicircular part, find the perpendicular height between AB and DC. So we know that this is 14 and this is 19. So this whole area is 6 times larger than the semicircular area. So we can write area of ABCD is 6 times the previous area, 77. That's equal to, that's a trapezium. How you find out the area of a trapezium? If you know the perpendicular height is h, we can use half the sum of the two parallel lengths, 14 and 19, into perpendicular height. So now you can equate these two. 6 into 77 is equal to half times, add these two, 9 plus 4, 13 and 3, 33 into h. Now we can find h using 6 times 77, multiply this by 2 and divide by 33. So 11 times 3, 11 times 7. Then 3 times 2 here. So 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 7, you get 24. 8. So 28 meters is the height of the stage between AB and CD. So that's second part. We'll do the next two parts. Third one, find the arc length of APB. It's a semicircular area. So how you find out the arc length? Arc length is equal to half of 2 pi r, because the full circle is 2 pi r. Half into 2 pi r. Now substitute. Here first you can simplify these two. Pi into r. 22 over 7, and the radius. Radius is 7 because the diameter is 14. So 7 times 7, 22 meters is the arc length. And the last part, if a rectangular part is added to the theatre which has AB as one side of it. So that means adding a rectangle to this. So something like this. Equal to the area of the APB, semicircular stage area. Find the breadth of the rectangular part. So you need to find out this height. We'll put B or something, breadth. So area is the same. So area is the previous area of the semicircular stage. We found that's 77. So that's equal to length into breadth of the rectangle. Length is here 14 meters here. Length is 14 and breadth is B. You can find B. 77 divided by 14. 7 times 2, 7 times 11. When you divide 11 divided by 2, you get 5.5 meters. So you get 4 parts, and we'll see how you get marks. So you get 2 marks for this. And here arc length, just 2 marks. Here you get 3 marks. Here finding this one and equating all together, 3 marks for this part. And the first part you can get 3 marks to identify the radius, and applying to this formula and getting the answer, 3 marks. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 2 marks. You get all together 10 marks. So this is the last question in paper 1. So check how you write down all the answers and where you get marks, and make sure within 12 minutes doing each question. So next we'll talk about paper 2.